Good morning, guys. It's Miss Truelove. Today we're going to talk about a different topic, and it's I'm just going to call it word meanings, and it's we're going to talk about synonyms, antonyms, and homonyms today. And oftentimes these are words that are confused. They're also words that can help us to enrich and enhance our writing. So we're going to go ahead and get started this morning. The first thing we're going to look at is synonyms. So, what exactly is a synonym? A synonym is a word that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another word. This is a good place to find synonyms is in your thesaurus. Where you can look, and when you're looking for a word that means the same thing, but you want maybe a word that is just a little bit more meaty, a little bit more sophisticated if you're doing writing. Um, or you just want to enhance your vocabulary by knowing another word for something. Let's look at a few examples of synonyms. So you see right here at the top, we have the word nice. There we are, nice. So nice could be talking about nice, how somebody is kind, but um, in this particular um, words I was looking for to describe somebody. They look nice. So some other words that would mean the same thing are fantastic, beautiful, stunning, fabulous, incredible, super, wonderful, or brilliant. So if you're like wanting to tell if a guy's trying to tell his girlfriend she looks nice, instead of just saying, "Hey, you look nice today," you could use one of these words. You look stunning. Then she's gonna really be happy when you say something like that, instead of just saying, "Hey, you look nice." Then we got the word happy over here, so we're gonna come up with some other words for happy as well. We have blissful, cheerful, jolly, joyful, lively, thrilled, and overjoyed. Oh, you look happy today. Oh, wow, you're cheerful today. It's just another way of saying the same thing, but just adding a little bit of definition, a little bit of just it's just pumping it up to the next level, just making it a little bit more interesting. Um, what you're saying. We're going to look at a few more examples of synonyms. So you see up here at the top, I have the word big. And so some other synonyms for big, we have large, broad, spacious, wide, colossal, enormous, immense, gigantic, and giant. And then we have the word said up here. Now, the reason I chose said is because, like when you're writing something and you're reading something, a book, and if it always said, um, the girl said she bought a new car. The girl said the car was blue. If it was just repetitively saying the word said, the writing would not be as entertaining. So when writers write, they're going to come up with other words that mean the same thing but convey the same meaning. So we have said, answered, announced, replied, conveyed, declared, implied, repeated, and asked. And that's just one way to just make your writing more complex, give a little bit more depth to it. You just sound a little bit smarter when you use synonyms. And like I said, I mean, you can do this with almost any word. Look it up in the thesaurus and see words that mean pretty much the same thing. Well, next we're going to look at antonyms. An antonym is just the opposite of a synonym. It's the opposite when a word is opposite in meaning to another word. So when you're trying to compare some things, this is probably a good time to use this. So let's look at some examples of some antonyms. We have always and then never. George always does his homework. Fred never does his homework. Bad and good. Thick and thin. Ask and tell. Old and young. Up and down. Laugh and cry. Fast and slow. So all these are just they're opposite words. They mean the opposite of one another, and not only in your writing but just in your day-to-day life. Often you're going to be comparing things, and so these are just good words to use often when you're comparing two different things. Um, Somebody is slow, the other person is fast. Sometimes I want to laugh, sometimes I want to cry. Then we have homonyms. So we're going to look at some homonyms. A homonym is a word that isn't the same as another in sound, but is different in spelling and has a different meaning. So let's see some examples of. So let's look at some examples of some homonyms. An ate and ate, like I ate a sandwich or I ate 8 sandwiches. Don't do that. They sound the same, but they're spelled differently and they both have a different meaning. And we'll see that pattern in all the words that we're going to be looking at. Here and here, like I'm here at home and I hear with my ears. Look the same, sound the same, look different, spell different, mean something different. Sun and sun, like he is my sun and the sun is shining. Air and air, like the air outside. And then an heir is somebody who inherits something from someone who's part of somebody's lineage or their family. They look the same. I mean, they sound the same. They look different. They have different meanings. Meat and meat. Meat like hamburger meat, or meat. I didn't want to meet you to eat a hamburger. They sound the same. They're spelled different and have different meanings. New and new. I knew I knew you, or I bought some new shoes. Bear and bear, like cabinets are bare, there's nothing here. Or bear, like bear, he's going to get you. Break or break, like brakes on your car, or we're going to break up with you. Yeah, I am. Flew, like the bird flew, or I got the flu. bored or bored. Oh man, I am so bored. Or like just like a board, like a piece of wood. Week or like I'm so weak. Or week like this has been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a week. Or mail and mail. Mail like what you get a letter in the mail, or mail like being a man. So you can see that all these ones, they sound the same. They're all spelt differently and have different meanings. So as you can see with the synonyms, words that mean the same thing or similar meanings. Then we have antonyms, the words that are opposite, and then we have homonyms that they sound the same, different meanings, different spellings. And this is just all to help us in our writing and our reading, and our and making sense of what we read and what we write. So as you come upon things like this in your studies and then on the tape, you could just think about it and see what concept they're trying to present to you. I'm going to be posting a couple lessons on IXL today. Please take some time to look that over and do some of them. There's a few people. Jacob, I'm so proud of you because you have done every lesson, Jacob, and that makes me proud of you. And I'm going to reward you some way when we finally get back. I don't know what I'll do, but you're going to get something for doing all these lessons. And I check every day to see if anybody's done anything. And I see that Jacob has done them all. So that makes me very excited, very proud of him. Because you could be sitting back watching Netflix or anything else, but you take the time to do the work because you have a goal and you want to reach your goals. And so I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud of all of my students that are taking the time to watch the videos, taking the time to do the lessons. I don't think that they'll do anything but benefit you, and I want the best for you, best for all of you. And I will, with that, I'm going to let you guys go so you can have enjoy your time that you have. And I will come and visit you tomorrow with another lesson. So talk to you soon. Bye.